All right, everybody, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Always ready to dive in.
Today, we're tackling retirement planning for 2025. And we've got this,
7 retirement must-knows.
7 retirement must-knows for 2025.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a pretty in-depth article.
It is.
Lots to cover.
Lots to unpack.
Yeah. And we're going to try to break down what all these changes mean for you
Exactly.
so that you'll be ready to plan like a pro. All
That's the goal.
right, so right out the bat, the article starts with some good news. I think, especially for those of us who are still working and still saving.
So contributing, yeah.
It's the contribution limits.
Yes.
So you can actually put away even more pre-tax dollars into your 401k, your 403bs, and 457 plans.
Big sigh of relief, right?
Yeah. What are those new limits?
So for those under 50, you can contribute up to $23,500.
Wow.
And if you're 50 or older, you can contribute even more, up to $31,000.
That's amazing. Especially when you're thinking about, catching up and really building that nest egg.
Absolutely. Especially as you get closer to retirement, you want to make sure you're maximizing those contributions.
Exactly. Now, the article then kind of shifts gears a little bit and starts talking about those who are already retired.
Yeah.
And this safe withdrawal rate,
Yes.
it's gone down a little bit,
It's dipped to 3.7%.
3.7%.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so that's the percentage you're supposed to withdraw every year so you don't run out of money too quickly.
Right, exactly. It's all about sustainability, making sure your money lasts throughout your retirement.
But it's down. Why?
Yeah.
Why is it down?
Well, it's a couple of things. Market volatility has been a big factor.
Oh, yeah.
And then also people are living longer,
Oh, that's true, yeah.
which is great news.
Yeah.
But it also means your retirement funds need to stretch further.
So if someone is already retired
Yeah.
and they've been, taking out 4% or 5%, what do they do?
That's a great question. They might need to reevaluate their budget and see where they can maybe cut back a little bit,
Okay.
or maybe consider some part-time work.
Oh, okay. Or, explore different withdrawal strategies that are a bit more dynamic and adapt to the market.
So it sounds like diversification is key, not putting all your eggs in one basket.
Exactly.
All right, let's move on to something that I know everybody is always really interested in, and that's Social Security.
Oh, yeah, big one.
The article highlights a couple of key adjustments coming up in 2025.
Right. So there's a cost of living adjustment of 2.5%,
Okay.
which is good news.
Keeps up with inflation, right?
Exactly. Helps to offset those rising prices,
Yeah.
although it's slightly lower than last year.
Okay.
But the really big change is with the full retirement age.
Oh, right.
So for anyone born in 1960 or later, the full retirement age is going to be 67.
67.
Yeah.
And what does that mean exactly?
Well, it means you'll have to wait a little longer to receive your full benefits.
Okay.
So it's
Yeah.
really important for folks to plan accordingly and consider all their options. When to claim benefits,
Yep.
how it impacts their overall financial picture. Absolutely. All right, let's move on. There's this change that could actually benefit some retirees financially.
Oh, yeah.
It's the repeal of the windfall elimination provision.
That's a mouthful.
It is. It is. Can you kind of break it down for us?
Sure. So basically, this provision used to reduce Social Security benefits
Okay.
for people who also received a pension from a job where they didn't pay Social Security taxes.
Okay, so like a government job.
Exactly. Yeah, like a government job or maybe a job with a school system, something like that.
Okay.
So with this provision gone, now they should see a boost in their Social Security payments.
So that's good news for them.
Absolutely.
All right. Last but not least, the article dives into inherited IRAs.
Yes.
And there are some pretty significant changes, particularly for non-spouse beneficiaries.
Right. So if you inherit a traditional IRA from someone who's not your spouse, you now have a 10-year window.
10 years.
10 years, yeah, to distribute those assets and pay taxes on them.
Oh, wow. What are some strategies for dealing with that?
Well, you could, take distributions over the course of those 10 years.
Okay.
Potentially minimizing the tax hit each year.
Yeah.
Or if it makes sense for your situation, you could convert the inherited IRA to a Roth IRA,
Okay.
pay the taxes up front,
Pay the taxes up front.
but then any future distributions would be tax-free.
Ah, I see. Any other options?
The article also mentioned leaving traditional IRAs to charities.
Oh, yeah.
So that bypasses the 10-year rule for non-spouse beneficiaries and can also provide tax benefits for the estate.
So if you're charitably inclined anyway,
Yeah,
that might be something to think about.
definitely.
Wow, we've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
Retirement planning in 2025.
That's a whole new ballgame.
Yeah, it's a whole new ballgame. It really does feel like it. So much to consider.
Absolutely. Staying informed, adapting to change, and getting good advice are all crucial.
You've given us a lot to think about. And it really makes me wonder, as more and more responsibility falls on individuals to save for retirement,
Right.
will we start seeing changes in how we approach financial education? Like, what new tools or resources might emerge
Yeah.
to help people navigate this whole process? What do you think?
It's a great question and something worth considering for sure.
Yeah. For all of you out there listening, I encourage you to think about that too as you continue planning your own financial future.
Absolutely. It's an ongoing journey.
It is an ongoing journey, and thanks for joining us on this leg of it. We'll catch you on the next deep dive.
See you next time.